Hi guys, it's Lily from Podium. As usual, I just want to start off by saying if you need closed captioning to go to the YouTube video, straight through the YouTube link, subtitles should be provided there. And additionally, to feel free to pause at any time during this video in case you need a break or want to do your activity. So we are going to start up. So this is called Framing Things All Media. And the discussion is who is the most influence in today's society? And are their comments or views accurate? Why or why not? And do you think they are out of touch with reality due to their wealth, fame, or clout? And why or why not? And this is something that even if you aren't in school, you can kind of reflect on your own and maybe write down a few ideas. But for the planning activity, we're going to do some column brainstorming, which you need a piece of paper for. And you can write down the 4 categories: right wing, left wing, older generation, and younger generation. And to yourself or in a group of friends or your parents or something, imagine a news story where a man was found stealing from a pizza shop. And in each of your little things, you can figure out how might a right-wing Republican media describe this, and it's like Fox News, or how would left-wing Democrat media describe this, so like MSNBC or CNN, or how might media targeted at older generations such as boomers describe it, and that would be media such as radio, newspapers, and how would like media targeted at youth, such as millennials and Gen Z. And this is like cell phone, Twitter, social media, BuzzFeed, things like that. And while they all are describing the same event, the way they do is very different. So each media source is catered to its own audience with wording and images and messages, and this contributes to how media is framed. So take a moment to kind of brainstorm all of that and write some ideas down before we move on to the main part of the workshop. So for our workshop, we're going to talk what is not covered in the media. So we talk about examples of stories that you hear from mainstream media, such as, violence in the street or protests or things like that, and different kinds of economic things, and especially things with COVID. There are a lot of things that are framed differently and things that are left out as well as included that change how the story is like seen and what it's supposed to invoke in you and the message it's trying to give. So for example, how has Black Lives Matter been portrayed in different media channels? How has COVID been portrayed on different media channels? And why does this happen? And what sources cover which information and which are more selective to their audience? And agenda setting is there's a positive association between how much a story is covered and how important we think it is. And if there are examples that you can find to think about it, kind of brainstorm and write it down. And for your workshop, you write down a topic that you are passionate about that has not been covered in the media, and write it down in how you would want the media has been portrayed, that the government has either negatively or positive affected, and something that you just want to discuss that you feel hasn't been. And if you feel the need to share that story, as always, feel free to at podiumrva.org/submit your writing. Thank you guys.